And welcome back to Mix Masala with TG. I am Tenzin Gopal, a sound visual artist, and a big namaste from India. This is the second session of the previous episode where we dive into the world of hemp and marijuana. THC versus CBD. It's on, it's full on, and I hope all of you, my beautiful listeners, are enjoying. I'm sure you are enjoying my sessions because go through my analytics and I'm able to find out that I have listeners all around the world. So I believe this is a good session um, to ask for reviews. Origins of hemp in India. Cannabis in India has a long story. Most historians agree that the cannabis plant is native to Central Asia and Indian subcontinent, in the Himalayan mountains from Kashmir through Nepal and even Bhutan and Myanmar. Even today, it is believed that 60% of all districts in India have wild cannabis. Woo! Its use by humans can be traced back as far as 8000 before Common Era BCE, where archaeological evidences of hemp has been found in China, Taiwan, and Japan. In fact, it is known that hemp was traditionally used in China to make clothes, shoes, ropes, and an early form of paper. Hemp and India go back thousands of years too. In fact, the Vedas, estimated to be at least 3400 years old, refer to it as one of the five most sacred plants. Traditionally, hemp in India was used for preparing natural medicines, nutritional food, and also fiber to make textiles. Traditional hemp use in India is associated with Ayurveda, a holistic medical system that focuses on promoting good health and preventing illness through healthy lifestyle practices and herbal remedies. Ayurveda originated nearly 3000 years ago and it elaborately characterizes different parts of hemp plants for a variety of curative purposes. I might do an episode later on what is Ayurveda so that all my international listeners can get an idea about this wonderful, very effective, natural, organic approach to medicine. Yeah, things like that. Okay, now we come to Indian hemp and the law. Dun, dun, dun. Is hemp legal in India? Good question. The legal landscape around hemp in India has been evolving over centuries. The question, does hemp have THC, has been at the forefront of this battle. Despite its unending variety of industrial uses, hemp constantly comes up against the stigma of its psychoactive cousin, and whether the cultivation of hemp in India can ultimately lead to the production and distribution of drugs. The regulation of hemp in India began in the colonial era when cannabis was being restricted across all British colonies starting at the beginning of 19th century. In 1894, the British India government completed a wide-ranging study of cannabis in India. From then on, the Indian Hemp Drugs Commission 1894 to 1895 began to regulate the use and processing of cannabis in India. During the British India period, the various Indian states made different laws suppressing and criminalizing the cultivation of hemp in India and the processing and use of cannabis product, especially narcotic products. Hemp and India in the 20th century and beyond. The criminalization of cannabis on the international stage began in the early 20th century. In 1925, the International Opium Convention in The Hague banned the exportation of Indian hemp to the countries that had prohibited its use. Following two conventions, the Single Convention on Narcotic Drugs in the year 1961 and the Convention on psychotropic substances in the year 1971, the government of India passed the Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985, the NDPS Act, which regulates the cultivation, production, sale, transport, possession, and use of narcotic drug, psychotropic substances, and other manufactured drugs. It is under this legal framework that hemp plant has been grossly suppressed and demonized. A movement to liberate hemp from its criminalization and to promote its industrial usefulness has been underway since 2015 as countries around the globe began to decriminalize hemp and marijuana. Luckily, the NDPS Act allows individual states to regulate hemp cultivation in India as long as they have the infrastructure in place to ensure a THC content below 0.3%. The Uttarakhand state was the first to make hemp legal in India, permitting the legal cultivation of the plant. Is hemp legal in India now? The legalities of hemp cultivation in India today. Uttar Pradesh has now joined Uttarakhand in legalizing hemp farming in India. Himachal Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Manipur, and many other states are ready to open up as well. Yes, yes, very good, very good, very good. बहुत अच्छा, बहुत अच्छा. In the view of brightening legal landscapes for hemp in India, local entrepreneurs and industries are taking note. Currently, hemp companies in India depend on imports of raw hemp from Europe, North America, and China. There are no restrictions on the import of raw hemp as long as it complies with India's regulations and guidelines. There is hope now that industrial hemp cultivation in India will also take off so that India can supply its own manufacture as well as contribute to the global market of hemp. Hemp, the OG miracle crop. Hemp has so many practical uses, the opportunities for industrial hemp in India seem limitless. Medicinal uses of hemp. You may be familiar with medical marijuana, but hemp has non psychoactive medicinal applications too. We have already seen how hemp was an important part of Ayurvedic medicine going back thousands of years, but it also found a home in modern medicine starting in the 19th century. Irish physician William Brooke O'Shaughnessy, crazy name, William Brooke O'Shaughnessy. Okay, if you know how to pronounce this name, you can upload it as a reel and tag Tenzin Gopal in your Instagram reel or whatever you are tagging. Yeah, you can tell us how it is actually pronounced. So in the year 1809 to 1889, recognized as the person responsible for introducing cannabis to Western medicine while he was serving the East India Company in Bengal, and it remained popular until the 20th century. I think it's still very popular and it's going to be popular for as long as humans are here on this earth. Pharmacological research discovered many hemp-based treatments for variety of ailments. Cannabis leaves alone were found useful to treat more than 25 diseases. In general, hemp has been found to be useful as an analgesic, a narcotic, a stomachic, an antispasmodic, an anodyne, and a sedative agent. And the research continues. More than 1,000 publications have described the medicinal uses of cannabis sativa in the last 50 years. The use of hemp in construction. Industrial hemp strands are extremely strong, and some of the manufacturing methods can make them up to 200 times stronger than steel. Whoa! man of hemp versus man of steel. I think man of hemp is going to win. Most of the time, though, hemp is mixed with lime to create blocks of insulation for use during construction. Not strong enough to support the structure on their own, these hemp blocks act as an insulating layer between concrete blocks. When mixed with even larger proportions of lime based binder, hemp can also be used to create an insulating plaster. Another really interesting use for hemp is in the creation of composites panels of cars, fiberglass, hemp fiber, flex, and other fiber, kinaf, also known as Tican hemp or Hibiscus cannabinus. Hibiscus cannabinus. Hibiscus cannabinus are mixed together to make a composite material that has been used by car manufacturers since 2002. Hemp is a nutritious food. Today, hemp seeds and hemp seed oil constitute a major part of the hemp industry in India. Hemp seeds in India are consumed to supplement protein and iron requirements. The seeds can be eaten raw, ground into hemp meal, sprouted, or made into dried sprout powder. They are delicious, sprinkled on cereal, mixed into baked goods, or added to a shake. Hemp seeds can be used also to make hemp milk, a satisfying non dairy beverage. Not just for humans, hemp seeds have been used in bird feed mix as well. A survey in 2003 showed that more than 95% of hemp seeds sold in the European Union at that time was used in animal and bird feed. But wait, there's more. Not to be outdone, the leaves of hemp can be also consumed. They are eaten raw as a leafy vegetable or pressed to make juice. Hemp clothing in India. Hemp is an amazing sustainable fiber for textiles. Hemp is one of the oldest natural fibers grown to man. Like linen, which comes from flax, hemp is a fiber. Bast fibers have great cooling characteristics, making them perfect for warm weather clothing. They are also strong with good resistance, naturally lending them to the manufacture of utilitarian items like ropes and sacks. These days, bast fibers like hemp and linen are often blended with other natural and man made fibers, including cotton, silk, or polyester. Shop hemp clothing and bedding. These days, there is no shortage of great hemp products on the market, from pants to t shirts to bedding. Hemp fiber can also be used to make paper. Hemp is a great choice for paper, not least of which because it is fast growing and more sustainable than wood. The fiber is the fiber in hemp are up to 5 times longer than wood pulp fibers, making the resulting hemp paper much stronger with a higher tensile strength and tear resistance. It also has significantly lower lignin content, making it less vulnerable to degradation over time compared to paper made from wood pulp. As a result, fine quality hemp paper is mostly used in cigarettes, banknotes, and technical filter paper. Other uses for hemp: biofuels, cooking oils, paint, agriculture, and more. And I hope all of you are enjoying this session. For today, we shall end this session of this episode here. Before you leave, I would like to request my listeners to subscribe to my other social media pages, and if you have any stories that you would like to share, you are very much welcome to share it here on Mix Masala with TG, aka Funk Blue. Good night.